In this video, we will understand few more basic concepts in C++ like const, cout, cin, comments, and stream insertion and stream extraction operators. Before going to this tutorial, I just want to reiterate what we discussed in the last video. In the last video, we saw how to run our CPP and C files with using GCC and G++ commands. Uh, People may think GCC and G++ are different compilers, but that is not correct. They are different drivers of same, GCC compiler or GCC toolchain kit. Okay, the major difference is by using the GCC, we can only run the C drivers. By using the G++ command, we can only run the C++ extension files. The reason between that, G++ automatically links the standard template library, whereas GCC do not link the standard template library. That is the major difference. That is why for all .c extension files, we use the GCC, and .cpp files, we use the G++ command. Okay, and moving further, we will discuss in this video about uh, const, cout, cin, and comments. And first, let me write a small example. Include IO stream. Okay, suppose I have a small program. Okay, and what it once we run this program, what it happens, compiler read line by line instruction from the top of the cpp file. However, when we add any comment to, or if we want to write any notes, or if we made any comment to instruction, then compiler skip that instruction and it goes to further. Let's take an example here. I have written hello world, or hello from C++ tutorials. Okay, I have written this example. Suppose I want to make this as a comment, and uh, the shortcut in VS Code for comment, control slash, or you can type two slashes before any instruction or syntax, so that it won't run. So once I save this file and start running the file, we are going to get hello from C++ tutorial on our console. The reason, compiler skips this commented line. So that is the helpful with the comment. That is why we use comment. Okay. And now let me, once this complete, then I'll go to the next topic. I just want to show you the output on console. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the output. Yeah, I got output here. It's loading. Let me rerun again. No problem detected by why I'm getting the error. Include IO stream into main stdl. Everything correct. Uh, 0. Let me add return 0 as well. Yeah, we got hello from C++ tutorial. There is no error in my code, but it is taking some time to load it. Yes, finally we got hello from C++ tutorials. Okay, so that is the use of comments, and now we will look into what is cout and cin. The full form of the cout is character output, and cin character input. For cout, we are using this stream insertion. This is the operator that we use for the cout. It means cout is the function and where we want to display this hello from C++ tutorial on our console, and we want to pass this whatever the name that we want to display to cout. So that is why this is showing towards cout. Okay. So this operator stream insertion we got. There is a one more operator, stream extraction. This operator we are going to use it for the cin. I'll explain cin shortly, and I want to explain some other example. Suppose if I want to display this name on our console, then I define the string, and the string is from string library. We will discuss about string library as well, and we have to mention std before it because these are all we are using from the std namespace. So that is why I have mentioned std here, and I want to display uh, name. Okay, and I'm saving this file and running again. Let's see the output. So before running this script, there is another concept called namespace. We will discuss in depth in further videos, but I just want to give you an introduction that using the main reason we use the namespace. Suppose if we write our own libraries and our names also clashes with the standard library template. So how can we differentiate? By using the namespace. So we give some name to our namespace so that even though we write similar names or similar functions with the same name in function available in standard template library, by using these namespaces we can differentiate. That is the main reason we are using the namespace here. And instead of writing the std namespace before each and every data type, we can also write here on the top of the code, like using namespace std. Once we mention here, then we no need to write it in front of every data type, okay? Or whatever the functions that we are using from standard template library. That is the use of the single line. I mean, either we can write it here, or we can call it from this function. Okay, we got the output name. Okay, now you saw the what is cout. Now let's look into the function cin. And we saw just now we saw comments cout and now cin. Okay, and we also discussed about operators, different type of operators that we are using for the cout and cin. Okay, suppose I want to use it to provide some random number and from the console, and I want to store it in variable random variable I want to store it. So first do what I did here, like I created a random variable, and now I'm asking user to provide it from console. So for that, I need to display that message on console, right? So that is why I'm using cout again, cout here, and please enter a random number. Okay. And once I do that, and I can use in now. So whatever the number that user that going to enter here, then it will take it this function in, and then it store into the random variable. So that is the use of in. Okay. Now I'm using the stream extraction operator because the random number it will grab by the in, and once it is grabbed by in, and it will store into the random variable. So that is why it is directing to the random variable this side. Okay. So once this is completed and we want to display what user entered. Okay. For that again I'm using cout. So user entered random variable. Okay. I'm displaying it here, and then end line. I'm saving the file. No errors till now. And I'm running my file. It is taking some time to run the file. Yeah, it is running. So before it provide the output, so whenever we run a function, right, it provides the output here, and once it is completed running the all instruction here, and once the main function closes, then it will exit from that, and then we enter into the next line. But here, if you see, we got hello from C++ tutorial, and after Sriram, we haven't mentioned end line here. So that is why we are seeing Sriram and please enter random number, everything in a one line. But if we mention uh, end line after the name, then we are going to get this please enter random number to the next line. And also I haven't mentioned any stuff here. a colon here, colon I mentioned here. So suppose if I enter some random number 49, okay, once I enter this random number on my console and I'm pressing the enter, you see, user entered random variable 49, whatever we are providing here, and C in taking that value and storing it into the random variable, and finally we are displaying it on our console. That is why we are using the cout again. And I did these small changes, right? I added the endl and also added a colon here. So I'm just rerunning the file again. Today it is running very slow. I don't know why. Maybe I'll restart my system after this video, recording this video, and I'll see. Yeah, if you see now, Sriram is in one line and please enter random number is another line. Now I'm entering some random number 89 and we are getting the user entered random variable 89. The function ends and once the function ends then it is come to the new line here. Okay. So this is how we use the cout and cin functions, and I hope I clearly explained about the stream insertion and exception operators. Uh, Comments as well. Comment basically it skips the instruction whatever we provided, and compiler do not read that line and move to the next line. So that is the use of the commenting. Okay. And finally, we are going to discuss about const. In int, uh, once we define any variable, suppose int I define another number. Okay. I defined here as a 26. And once I define, I can change it later. Another number equal to 67. And if you want to see this output, I mean, the number what another number variable is holding, then I'm just another number std okay, I'm saving it here and I'm running it again. So the point is, without using any const, we can change the variable multiple times. Whereas if we are using the keyword const, then we can't change that later. Once we define it, and we are we should not change it later. So this is the another use of the const. If we try to change it forcefully, then we are going to get the error. Okay. Think of const like a sealed bottle. Once we filled, you can't change what's inside the bottle. Let me get the output. Let me run compiler run each and every instruction inside the main function. First, it has run the hello C world and it is asking to enter some random number, and I entered and I got another number is 67 because we changed in a second line, right? So that is why another number it is displaying it as a 67. Suppose if I add const here keyword before this another variable and compiler, before running our file itself, compiler throwing a error. Const cannot be expression cannot be modified. Okay. So that is the use of the const. Once we define and we can't change it later. And this is the keyword that we use to define a const variable. So these are the basic, uh, you know, important C++ functions or topics that I want to discuss in this video. That's it. Thank you.